How's it going, everyone? I am Nick from Go2Game, and we are joined by head of Go2Game, JackHuddo. How's it going, Jack?
G'day. How's it going, mate?
How's it going? How's it going?
Very good.
In this video, we're going to be talking about your pillar pieces of content, whether it be live streaming or a video on demand, and how you can repurpose it to multiple platforms to try and get your largest reach and engagement. So we've got a lot of new creators joining us at GoToGame, and a lot of them are asking us, how do they increase their engagement, increase their community, and increase their reach across a lot of their content? Whether they're a live streaming creator or a VOD creator, these are some of the things that we've been looking at and analyzing with some of the Facebook reps, as well as internally with Huddo and myself and individual creators. The big ones that we look at are live streaming highlights and video on demand. And Huddo, I know you do a lot of live streaming and you kind of bring it across to other platforms. Run us through kind of, what do you do after your live stream and how do you kind of get that set up?
Yeah. So I guess for me, I think that the really important part about this for me is to find out exactly what the creator wants and then go from there. So, they're either got a reasonable amount of time on their hands, or someone like me that doesn't have really a hell of a lot of time on their hands between full-time job, two young kids, and then streaming every night as well. So for me to, really maximize my time and my content output, I feel like I've got a pretty reasonable way of building out kind of where my content goes. So one, I have an editor that helps me out with a lot of different stuff. So that is one part of how my content gets out there. So I've got my stream as the main source of content, and I try and keep that as action packed as I possibly can from start to finish. Some nights are a bit slower than others, but that's what happens. It's what happens. You can't always be 100% on the whole time. So for me, it's have the live stream, and then it's just break it down from there. So you get your live stream, and then you get that into your 3 to 5 minute VODs, whether that's like a weekly wrap up. Depending on how many videos you wanting to put out a week or you have to put out a week, depending on contractual agreements and things like that with different platforms. So for me, I've got my hours that I need to stream, then I've got a certain amount of videos, which is 4 VODs that I have to put out every month. So my editor helps me out with those because they take a little bit more time, obviously, to one, go through and find the clips, one, go through and find the content that should be in there, and try and at least make those VODs as entertaining from start to finish as possible, because they're only a 3-4 minute video. So you don't want to have a long drawn out 30-40 seconds of not much in there. So about finding the right content to keep that short, sharp, and fun and funny, and whatever the situation may be, or really intense depending on what it is. And then it kind of goes down from there. So with the clips that normally go into the videos, I'll normally try and find at least one of those clips and post that across a lot of different platforms every day. So I'll either find something that's hilarious, that we're laughing and something's going on, or maybe I'll do like an awesome jump in GTA, and that's kind of what I feel like is going to kind of resonate with my community. Or there'll be some heartfelt thing that happened, and that's kind of what the clip is. So I'll upload a certain size onto my Facebook page. I'll get that same clip and I'll edit that down. That goes on my TikTok. It'll go on a YouTube Shorts. It'll go on a Reels, and it'll just kind of go everywhere that I want it to go. And I'm obviously trying to hit a lot of different platforms and diversify my content as much as I can. And it's something that I really want to focus on this year, to really trying to understand on what works and what doesn't. At the moment, I'm really trying to figure out each different platform. My TikToks at the moment, the ones that go really well are the car stuff. For me, maybe it's the community that I have, because I've been around the kind of car space in real life and in game for quite some time. Maybe that's what it is. But I put up some funnier stuff that I feel like I laugh a lot in the clip, and that doesn't really go that well in a way. Like if I'm kind of a little bit more quiet and it's just the jumping of a car or doing a cool drift, like I feel like my TikToks for me work really well in that circumstance. Whereas on my Facebook page, some of these clips where I'm doing a cool jump or I'm doing a cool drift or whatever, or I'm in a police chase, whatever, they don't go as well as something that's a bit more funny, like someone falls off a bike, or someone gets hit off something, or someone hits a pole or something like that. Like those like hilarious moments are ones that go well or better on my Facebook page. So now I'm at a point where it's not about taking like a stream to a VOD to a clip and putting that clip everywhere. It's about taking a stream to a VOD and then finding the clip that will work well specific for those channels. So it's a little bit more
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
but it's going to be, really pushing into those different communities, not just having one piece of content that goes everywhere. So
yeah.
that's a little bit of a mindset change for me at the moment in the way that I'm sort of diversifying my content. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and there's a lot of key points there. One that I think I've heard a term come around is contextual creative, which is means, you're creating something specifically for that platform, for that audience. And you just wrapped it up really well, is that you identified through your own content that, your funny clips don't work as well on TikTok as they do on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to kind of build more funny clips on Facebook, but then you probably want to do more of your car clips on TikTok. And then kind
Yeah.
of that will build both of them separately. And the audience receive your content slightly differently. And I think that's a big point that most creators probably they're not even aware of. They're just putting it all out to hope that something sticks, right? But they haven't spent the time to reanalyze or analyze even at the beginning of what's actually happened with that content before. And there's a lot of things that we're trying to do with creators at Go2Game now that is doing these processes, and we've kind of get this checklist together and working with you and the team to kind of build that out. Where do you think that people should start with that type of thing? Should they just start posting things out and then review after a month? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
For me, it's about getting the content out there and seeing what
Mm,
works. Some people go into creating content with a very specific idea in mind or a very specific thing they want to create, and then they go and do it and it really works, and that's awesome. Then there's some people that really want to create content, they don't really know what they want to do. So for me, it's just about creating some sort of content.
yeah,
I originally started all of this with YouTube videos. I started Minecraft Let's Plays because that's what I wanted to do. I saw some Minecraft Let's Plays and I thought, I have a different way that I would do a Let's Play of Minecraft, so I'm going to do it. And ended up going really well. I had people that follow my channel and even to this day talk about my series that I had, which is crazy because some of those were out, 9-10 years ago. And people are
mm,
still like, I
mm,
remember this video came out, and they're still following me now on Facebook after switching from Twitch and after switching from YouTube uploads to Twitch as a live streamer, then to Facebook as a live streamer. Like, they're still talking about those memories. So for me, I'm like, that's awesome. That's really cool. But it shows the
mm,
process and the progress of what I've done over the years. Is I originally started out as someone who was doing VOD, and I
yeah,
really wanted to focus on VOD. I wanted to be a YouTuber. That's what I did, and that's where I started. That's when I got my first sponsor as a laptop company, and then
mm,
that's when I started doing that. And then I realized that I didn't really start having the time anymore to put into that. So then I slowly made the switch to more streaming, and then I realized that I enjoy entertaining live more, even if I'm still playing the same. Because then I originally just moved to live streaming but playing Minecraft, so I still
yeah,
enjoyed the game. I was still able to do my Let's Play, but I was able to do it live and interact with the community live instead of, after the fact or in the way of a VOD format. So
mm,
I feel like my process from start to now has changed so much, and it started off with one mindset and it's gone through different mindsets throughout the time, and now I've found something that I really enjoy. I'm still enjoying to this day, and I feel like I've become reasonably successful with.
yeah,
Um, so I think, like, if you just look at it that way, then it's just start making something. Start a live stream and see how you go. See if it
yeah,
works, see if it doesn't. Ask for help, look for help. There's so much help out there, whether it's from fellow creators, people that watch your stream, viewers. There's always so much to listen to, and then there's always so many things to try. And if it doesn't work, just try something else or try again, or try a different platform possibly. There's always
mm.
a lot of different ways to look at sort of creating content and how it should be done.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. No, I appreciate it. And like one thing we'll probably do, not in this video, but in a later video, is review some of the analytics and stuff of either yourself
Hmm.
or some of the creators that we're actually working with, and kind of share the insights to some extent as to how certain things have done well. And maybe even
Yeah.
some things that haven't done so well, so that we can give you as creators some tools and understanding as to what's working and not working for certain circumstances or
Hmm.
particular games. So, we want to try and break down some of that, give you some insight and information, and provide you with, the next steps, the tools and resources that you may need in order to get to that next stage in your content creation career.
Hell yeah. I'm very excited. And I hope what I say comes across and people get something out of it. That's what I've always done. I've always really liked to help people out. So hopefully some of my journey and the successes and the failures that I've had can help people, I guess, continue to grow as a creator and kind of get to the point where they want to be.
This video has been about diversifying your content across multiple channels. We've been joined by JackHuddo, head of goto.game. Thanks, Jack, for jumping in. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. We'll try and cover as much as we can and respond to you as quickly as we can. But this is all about helping you as creators level up in your content creation journey. If you want to follow along, make sure to subscribe to the channels that are around. We're on every channel, goto.game. And if you want to follow on to the next videos or check out the videos that we've got, make sure to check out the cards that we chuck up in the corners here.